Hello, I'm your host Mark Stanback with the NBA Sports Report. From college stars to NBA phenom, teams look to improve their roster in the upcoming draft. This draft is set to have lots of talent and maybe even some future Hall of Famers. The Celtics are up with the first pick, and they're looking to bolster their offense. So Markelle Fultz may be the top selection, a 6'4" do-it-all point guard from the University of Washington that can really score the ball and defend end to end. The Celtics already have a threat in Isaiah Thomas, but they lack consistent shooting at the point guard position. The LA Lakers, who have a young head coach in Luke Walton, and they are surrounded by young and athletic players, the Lakers should look to establish a young guard. The hype is they may select Lonzo Ball, talented freshman from UCLA. This kid will have to live up to the hype of his mouthy father, LeVar Ball, who has placed on him a lot. Outside sources feel that his father has signed a huge check that his son must cash in on. The Lakers could also be in the running for Josh Jackson, talented freshman from Kansas, which would not be a bad pick because they could use an athletic small forward with his caliber and he can score the ball. The Phoenix Suns hold the third selection. They could draft a point guard, maybe Dennis Smith, who led the ACC in scoring, a speedy guard from NC State. He can score, which this team really needs, alongside Devin Booker. The knock on Smith may be his lack of size. He's only under 6 feet. The fourth choice goes to the Orlando Magic. The Magic have not made the playoffs since 2009. This team needs a lot of help at a lot of positions, but their projected pick may be point guard. De'Aaron Fox from Kentucky University, a speedy guard who can get to the rim at will. The Magic are a young team that needs a lot of help, so this is a good pick. The Philadelphia 76ers, a storied franchise that has had a bad season last year, going just 28-50, missing the playoffs for the 5th time in 6 years. They have the former number 1 pick, Ben Simmons, who sat out last year due to injury. The Sixers need more scoring, and Jason Tatum, a 6'8" explosive small forward, will be a good selection. He can score and defend. He must improve his conditioning because the grind of NBA season can be grueling on the body. The New York Knicks are trying to build around Kristaps Porzingis. With Carmelo Anthony leaving for free agency in the summer, they have needs. So this will be interesting to see who they pick. President Phil Jackson is trying to rebuild, so he may take forward Justin Jackson from the national champion North Carolina Tar Heels. This could be huge in their rebuilding process without Carmelo. The 7th overall selection goes to the Sacramento Kings, and they need scoring. The Kings have ranked near the bottom in the past 2 years in everything. Lauri Markkanen could be in play, a 7-footer who is athletic and can step out and shoot the three when needed. He does get lost at times on defense, and this causes him to pick up cheap fouls, which will get you sent to the bench in the big leagues. The Kings have not had a player like this since Chris Webber, so they could take a chance on him. The 8th selection goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they could really use a point guard. They drafted Chris Dunn, who is projected to be their future. Ricky Rubio may be out the door over the summer. He has not produced like they hoped he would. So look for them to draft Frank Ntilikina, a 6'5" point guard from France that can shoot and handle the ball. This will bolster their backcourt tremendously. The 9th pick goes to the Dallas Mavericks, who missed the playoffs in 2017. They're trying to build around one more year with Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Famer who will retire after next year. Zach Collins, who is a 7-footer from the University of Gonzaga, can post up and step out and shoot the three. He does have defensive lapses at times that causes him to pick up bad fouls, but this should be a good fit for them. The 10th and final pick in this draft goes back to the Sacramento Kings. This time they're looking for explosion and someone that can score. So look for them to take Malik Monk, a freshman from the University of Kentucky, which will be a good fit. Monk averages nearly 20 points a game in college, and he had a game-high 47 against North Carolina. He does lack defensive efficiency, so that will need some work, along with his strength and conditioning because he's not a really big guard, but he can score. This draft will be exciting. Stay tuned to see who goes where. The draft will be held June 22nd in New York City.